sono sempre io, Matt 10, e oggi continuiamo la missione con Varesa.
Ok.
Senza perderci in altro, andiamo alla missione. E già ci troviamo davanti Varesa, appunto davanti a questa cosa dove ci sono questi tavoli. Voi direte, e che cos'è? È un posto dove le persone si fanno una sfida per chi mangia di più. Perché vi ricordo, andate a vedere il primo video per saperne di più, perché Varesa è una grande magnona.
Oh, hey, you're here.
It's been a while. What Varesa told sounds like Varesa might finally be in for a chat.
Honestly,
Non sono poi così fenomenale.
what's wrong? Sounds like you're still just hungry.
Ho solo fame.
It's competition.
Not much longer, Varesa.
Got it.
Oh, about the competition, but when I heard you two were coming.
Really? So we could... Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and...
Please, it's our pleasure. When the Abyss invaded, as the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand... Varesa was a key member of that team. Varesa?
Huh? Oh, right. Yes, I was there. There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were...
looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we... Good point! Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. Oh, and you mentioned something about the... Guardian...
The volcano is very important to us. Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to although, whenever we spot a new... Oh, so there's a lot more... hold on. Wait,
Oh, you know, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have...
My guess is that she...
Let's go check on her. Paimon and
I'll lead the way.
Fantastico. Tracce fungine. Avviato. Vai a controllare come sta Varesa. Infatti aveva un po' una brutta cera prima.
Oh, that smell.
Ah no, come non detto.
So delicious. Juicy mushrooms. Melted cheese.
Ah, look, I thought I felt an intense energy around here. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tie you...
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Varesa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up?
Oh, it's you. Sorry, the next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a...
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. You're delicious.
Oh, that sounds more like the...
I become completely useless when I'm hungry.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot. You two know what I mean, right? Try to do too much. Oh boy. Paimon's been...
So, when is the competition supposed to start?
1 sec. I'll go check. We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Akatl.
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will
Quanto
be
pare
brought up.
Varesa non vede proprio l'ora di
I'm so
mangiare.
ready.
Partecipa all'epica abbuffata. Inizia la gara.
It smells so good! Varesa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait. Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch.
Time to dig in.
Whoa! Hold on! Varesa's plate looks completely different than ours!
Oddio! enorme quello
forgot
di
to mention,
Varesa.
the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Varesa. The Varesa challenge is only for people. It's named after Varesa because, well, so far,
You're kidding. You had to.
believe me, if Varesa competed in the same, only one other person has come close to beating the Varesa challenge. And that
Solo
would
l'ultima
be the
persona
Pyro
quasi
Archon
riesce a
herself.
completare questa sfida. Nonché Mavuika ha comunque. No, Mavuika. Quindi mi stai dicendo che Varesa ha sconfitto Mavuika in una gara di cibo.
Of course, she breezed through the normal level, but the Varesa challenge was still too much, even for her. Back then, it was all part of an investigation. The Speaker's Chamber thought something had to be, but once the Ark.
Whoa, you're saying Mawika had these portions and she just breezed through. You're right. Let's go. Whoa, tender. Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler. All this time.
Varesa ci è riuscita benissimo e noi siamo pieni, non abbiamo neanche finito il cibo normale.
Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel. Okay. You know what?
Quindi credo che
Maybe
abbia
there should
vinto
be a
Varesa.
Paimon challenge.
Let's hear it for Varesa, who has, and with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
Sì, ma a sto punto, perché ragazzi, quando io provo a dare del cibo ai miei personaggi, per esempio quando il loro livello di vita è basso, quando il loro livello di vita è basso, appunto io li cibo con il cibo. A un certo punto saranno sazi. Io mi domando se io avrei avuto Varesa e se l'avrei curata con il cibo, secondo me potrebbe magari non essere mai piena.
Ha! Well done, Varesa.
Amazing.
Oh, it's nothing.
You actually finished it?
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
You don't feel bloated?
Oh, nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know? Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you.
Aw, don't worry, Varesa. For someone as Eon-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Varesa challenge a few times too.
Okay, there has to be more. By the end, it was like the meat turned into.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mush. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to or get too mushy.
Oh, so that's the secret.
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if the
Ian-san, some of the contestants are
Come
looking
i
for
bandi si
you.
stanno cercando.
Something.
They want to exercise.
Sì, comunque al
After all
momento
that
non
food?
abbiamo niente di.
Sorry, everyone.
Niente
I should
che
intervene.
faccia la storia diversa. Nel senso, al momento ancora non c'è qualcosa che sta andando storto, perché di solito a un certo punto dobbiamo anche entrare nei domini, a combattere dei nemici. Quindi, quindi secondo me fra poco ci sarà
Yeah, go tell
un
them to take it
imprevisto.
easy.
100% secondo me.
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. Either the contestants are getting more experience.
Everything was delicious.
Thank you. When cooked. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else. It's an excellent addition
Guarda
to any
quel
dish.
sugo.
But there are actually two
Ingrediente
varieties.
eccellente per ogni
Red,
piatto.
which is the most
Quello
common.
rosso e
And
quello
there's not much
verde.
to note about the red ones. Sell them.
Huh?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened.
Così sul cercatore di Sumeru l'inaugurazione
No one
dell'opera.
knows the reason. We just do as we're told.
Ve l'ho detto che appunto questa missione, nel primo video andatelo a guardare, ve lo ripeto, che appunto potrebbe centrare qualcosa i funghi in tutta questa
Whenever a
missione.
green mushroom pops up in the orchard,
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? Oh, by the way, Varesa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms.
Sono ancora i funghi
Could you run to
rossi.
the orchard?
of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food.
Questo fungo mi intriga.
Paimon will take that as a yes. All right, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha.
Torna all'orto.
Ok. Ok.
Eccoci qua all'orto di Varesa, dove abbiamo la nostra cara amica Banana. Eccoci qua.
After that, oh, something on your mind? Is it what the green mushrooms don't appear that often? Besides, if anything, I wish there were.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a coincidence.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me 1 sec. I'll start a fire.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too...
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away? To be honest, I'm curious too. Uncle Atoli has
Ecco,
a
però
point,
adesso
though.
c'è
Curiosity
l'imprevisto.
can be a bad
Ossia che
thing.
noi siamo curiosi
If
di
we stop
questo
doing what the
tizio
scholar
di
said,
Sumeru che ha parlato di questi
terrible
funghi
could
verdi.
happen.
Quindi ora
could
inizia
look
la
into it,
storia.
Yeah, but
La storia inizia più
my
ad essere più
tribe is more important.
interessante.
I know the truth is important too, but in other words, deep down, I guess command the truth.
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
You know, you remind me of another
Un altro
hero
leader
from
della
our
nostra
tribe.
tribù si chiamava
Her name, just like
Fiorina.
you, she was full of courage and never. Actually, could you give me a moment? 3, 2, 1. You're right. So, where should we start with the investigation? You probably have a
Cosa
bunch of
dove
experience.
assaggiarlo?
Oh, the green mushroom.
Well, the traveler is a lot more...
Oh, I see.
Vorrei preparare i funghi e tutti si mettono a mangiare. Come ha detto Varese, so pure lo...
So, notice anything, traveler? Just like Varesa said. Guess it was the secret.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Chi è che ha parlato?
Who said that?
No need for alarm. There is only
Sono
one
il
among
tizio
you
con i
who
capelli
piqued
della
my
serie.
interest, and that is the one with golden hair. Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era. Now, you were the ones who wanted...
Origins? Wait.
Questo è il
You're
fungo
not-
verde?
So you do know how to use your brain, young one.
È il fungo
You'll
verde che sta
excuse me if I have
parlando.
no...
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Let me remind you, it was your... I only granted you this audience because
Saggio signore fungino.
I am the sage...
Sage Lord?
You mock my name? Of course, the sage lord...
Sure doesn't sound like it.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? In that case, I don't know what... However, I am willing to share... As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have...
Look, more green mushrooms right in front of us.
These clones are my most loyal
Questi cloni sono i miei
subjects, as well as
sudditi
the
più
keepers of my
fedeli, nonché
secrets.
custodi dei miei segreti.
If you want answers, then gather your wits and... It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in...
The voice is gone. Finally, talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a Hal is better than him.
So, do you think what he said was true? About
Maybe, but most of it sounded like...
true. That conversation in our heads.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then. So okay.
Well, we have one thing going for us. We've...
Such insolence!
Did you hear that?
You're spying on us?
No response.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? Okay, so this one is red.
Questo è...
Ah!
Che succede?
Fungus!
È diventato un miconoide.
In that land of all places!
Perché non sapete che sono i miconoidi, sono dei nemici. Infatti ha detto così a Nathan, perché infatti sono originalmente di Sumeru.
So this is one of his subjects?
Bull warrior compliment? Much appreciate. No, bull warrior natural enemy.
Careful, Varesa! This is a kind of monster from Sumeru.
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Mercy, mercy! Food is sacred. Everything else, waste. That all I know. Promise.
It turned back
Ok.
into a normal mushroom.
You mean...
Well, that's a whole bunch of
Un
nothing.
cibo sacro. Continua a esaminare il fungo misterioso.
Oh, a green mushroom! And it turned into a fungus! Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole...
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk.
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that.
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation? Enough chatter.
Ora vi faccio la
Time
mia
for why are
domanda.
all the mushrooms in
Cosa
this
dice
orchard
ciascun
willing to become the
fungo di cui
subjects of the
storto
Sage
quando
Lord?
giura fedeltà al saggio signore?
Ah, man! How...
Because you're his clones, right? I remember...
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple. What? How did you get that so fast?
Oh.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course!
Wait. Does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns? Huh.
No, we just,
Well, since you have proven the act of eating is
Mangiare
not
non è
only a
soltanto
physical
un bisogno
necessity,
fisico,
but
ma anche
also
un
a
rituale
sacred
sacro.
mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediate.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we... No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, choo.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual,
Oh, good thinking, Varesa. Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
Andiamo di qua.
Hey, there are two fungi over there!
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
Of course! Any random question should do the trick.
Wow, cool. You green caps are so...
It's all progress. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the... And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You...
Ew. And they'll say, no, I'm...
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps.
All right.
And then I'll say, ha, you can't even answer the most basic of...
Ha! Yeah.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them...
I mean, obviously it's the cooking.
did they just give us the answer?
Who goes there? Do you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere. My cap.
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first! So, we passed the test? So much for gathering our wits. Oh well. The important...
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat...
migliore la fragranza.
Right! That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard, too. Okay, let's give it a try.
Definitely. But we should probably...
Good call. It's best for every...
Bene. Avvisiamo gli altri.
Ok.
Il capacato riunisce tutti i membri della tribù per ascoltare il rapporto di Varesa sui funghi.
Huh.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but
So, the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient.
Yeah, without your
Thanks for looking into it. And
What a relief.
But we know you're not one to lie, Varesa. Besides, thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on.
Yeah, just let me.
wow, that didn't take much convincing.
Oh, wait. You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick. All right, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Whoa, it smells delicious!
Well,
Speriamo bene. Eccolo qua.
Wait,
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature
Non è,
does not
non è
demonstrate
minimamente
even a
abbastanza a dimostrare
fraction
la
of the
sincerità che
sincerity.
Siga.
Did you really think some common stove could generate
Non so,
enough
perché li
heat to
buttiamo
earn
nel
humans
vulcano.
are such a
Dici che è troppo freddo.
disappointment. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a do try and use your brain this time.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
and the Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of Nitpick!
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need attention, everyone. We need items that
I'll see what I can do.
leave it to me.
We should take a look too.
Definitely!
Nothing concrete. It spews out all kinds of stuff.
Awesome! Let's go! Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot.
Bene. Trovo materiali incandescenti necessari. Di qua. Io sono lontano. Evitiamo di fare...
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along. Their cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
You know, when you think about...
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far.
Right. So,
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the sage...
Varesa doesn't seem competitive most of the time.
Yeah, well... I don't really like fighting. Still, I've learned a lot from Cook. We get stronger, so we can use our strength. So, no matter how scared I feel... Thanks. All right.
Questi qua bisogna una forza...
Oh,
Quindi,
Looks like we can
sopra
make
gli
this jump.
ostacoli e arrampicati.
that avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge.
Bene.
Done and dusted.
Oh, let's see!
A few more chunks like this and we...
Continuiamo a salire. Finalmente.
What a great haul! A bunch of...
I think that's its back armor.
Ho dovuto anche mettere
It shoots
tastiera.
out flojit. My dad told me about them once. This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot. Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting,
Anche se proprio per combattere a
sometimes you
volte
don't have a
non
choice.
si è
So,
scelta.
I've tried to figure out, for example, I've read a lot of stories about here. Viatenna's most iconic feature was her mask. So, I decided to make one just like... So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little
Sì, perché
piece
non
of
lo
her with
sapeste,
me.
Varesa,
I want to honor her
quando
legacy,
combatte,
I have no
oltre ad essere
choice but
super
to be brave.
potente, poi indossa questa maschera che la rende super
At the
potente.
same time, though,
Oh, you really think so?
really? I feel like But the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels.
Yeah, you had the courage to make that decision. And that's...
Oh.
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a...
Thanks for believing in me, and I won't give up. Not until... After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back and...
You're hungry already?
Come on, let's head back to the tribe.
Bene. Torniamo alla comunità dell'abbondanza. Proviamo a rimettere controller sperando che non si bughi niente.
Ok.
Bene.
We're back! And we found a bunch of stuff to use!
Great! We're almost done with the prepper. I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperatures,
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your...
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone?
Yeah, we'll see what sort of... Thanks for the help, everyone. It really...
All right, let's see what we have here. Huh? The armor of a furnace shell mountain weasel?
No, it erupted out of nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then,
Either way, this is something special. This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. Anyway, let's get started.
All right.
Vediamo un po'. Non dirmi che ancora è di nuovo troppo freddo perché...
Whoa!
non credo.
The fragrance is so much more intense! And what's with this weird mist? Wait, no. Something's not right.
Ah? Che è successo? Ah, bene.
Where are we?
I have no idea.
Siamo feriti dentro un mondo di
Is something
funghi.
wrong?
That's a cuddle!
What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you... No.
Deve essere un trucco del saggio signore fungino. Ma sta avendo effetto solo su noi tre. Perché noi sì e gli altri no?
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Siete gli unici voti qualificati ovviamente. Saggio signore fungino.
Evil
Lui.
jerk of a mushroom, so this...
He does look a bit...
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am, of course, I have a goal of my own.
The only way...
Now, don't be hasty. Cherish this opportunity. As you know, Tivat is not a peaceful place. The gods wage war against one another. Monsters roam the land. But then, humanity discovered me.
If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this.
Woohoo! Those monsters are no match for me.
And so, the humans worshipped
Per
me
venerarli
as
come il
their
loro salvatore.
savior.
In cambio
And
io vi
in
ho rivelato la
return,
mia identità di
I
saggio signore
revealed...
fungino.
You really expect us?
Such arrogance!
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary.
You insignificant mortals boast of...
Bene. Bene.
Well fought!
Huh. Weren't we...
I'll admit.
No, don't just... well, what should we do, Fox?
Yeah, let's go.
Bene, ora non resta altro che continuare velocizzando il tempo.
I soon became humanity's faith. And, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could bestow upon them. Food is a scarce resource, and as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with mushrooms. What are you insinuating?
Well, it's possible people.
Yeah, but now...
Sustenance and strength. Once you become my subjects, all you have to do is build a civilization. What do you mean? What?
Right. If the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? Or even your own pet? I've read a lot of woven scrolls about the heroes.
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't...
Yeah, and we didn't hear anything about a...
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming. A trivial detail.
Yeah, if you want us to respect...
True. If we don't know how this...
All right, fine. Same rules as before. If you fail to prove your worth, good luck getting another detail out of me.
He ran...
Oh.
He jumped down from here! So it looks like we just need... Is something wrong, Traveler? Off?
That's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us... Besides, how did he even get from... And through it all,
Yeah. He seemed pretty annoyed with our questions. Why not just kick us to the curb?
But why?
All right, sounds like a...
Bene.
Heads up! Whoop.
Eccoci arrivati. Perché era tutto in 2D.
Backed into a corner!
We've got you this time!
Ow! Well, that hurt, you know. You humans...
How did we lose?
Not again. Although, I think I pulled something off of him.
A ball of mist! Oh no, it's spreading! Ah! They're gonna eat us! Gonna eat us! Eat us!
Oh? Cos'è tutta sta cosa?
Ungrateful humans! Oh, at this rate, I won't have any clones left. The more my clones are consumed, the less... What? My power is all but spent. Now all of Sumeru knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are. So if I want it to happen fast, you, take me somewhere hot. The hotter...
Yes, my lord.
Is this the place, human?
Yes. This is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperature... I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord, so that you...
Yes. Huh? An earthquake? No, a volcanic eruption!
So that's how it ended.
I thought he said people formed communities around this...
Yeah, but it looks like it...
Huh. He used the mushrooms as his main recruitment.
Which means the more
Wow. So...
Nope, which explains why there aren't... In the end, he mind-controlled a human...
Yeah. When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of,
Well, he has... But clearing out this area for your...
Yeah, that sounds right. Wait, but if everything we saw is true, that means this mushroom...
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? But when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's...
Oh? Why?
All right. Then let's...
Bene. A dopo. Bene. Credo di averlo sconfitto.
We've got you this time, nasty mushroom!
We thought you were just a mushroom that happened to taste good. But
It would seem you're not completely devoid of it. Did you think I was running away because I was scared? Oh, my schemes have been exposed, you say.
what?
Although I prefer to call myself the Sage Lord of Fungi, you now behold the god Bifrons, the sole protagonist in this indeed foolish, shallow, and ungrateful humans. Have you forgotten your savior during this? You have no food in which to satiate your hunger. No means with which to counter the hordes of monsters. Just one word, and you could have had my protection. No matter. My plan, what you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not and that's where their true power lies. You see, considering my current level of power, and you delivered one.
So, you kept running away from us because you needed.
Precisely. Before long, then I shall reclaim my.
You have no concept of time, do you? Newsflash.
Nonsense! Is that not all I hear in this land is war this and war that? If you fear the
Pretty sure they're talking about the.
Huh?
The Archon War? I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but.
Ha! I see what's going on. You know, my original plan. Once nothing is left of this land, but now. I was going to offer you a glimmer of hope by allowing you to pledge yourselves, but now the deal is off. What did you say?
Non ci avevi scelti perché avevi visto qualcosa in noi, ma perché eravamo la sola opzione.
The Traveler explained everything.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be. Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of so you lashed onto us as a group of people who could actually hear your.
You said your mushrooms need time to grow, which means you don't.
I may not have, because you definitely can't.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, if he was telling the truth.
Oh, no! You must be bluffing! A few measly humans couldn't possibly.
Paimon's not gonna waste one more word on this guy. Let's go!
Bene, credo adesso che torneremo di nuovo nel Teyvat.
What should we do?
Worried? Ha ha ha! Don't be! It's just a few mushrooms. A Tolly! Get ready to feast!
Ovviamente Traveler non parla. Mi piace tantissimo.
More, please! Guess it's time to dig in!
Stop this at once! Huh?
What a great meal!
And with that, we took. Now, care to tell me what. Someone planted a god in Varesa?
Yeah, we know every god that's still around is super.
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about.
Ah, well, Natlan was never part
Natlan
of the
non ha mai
Archon War,
partecipato alla guerra degli
so it
Archon.
rarely comes up around these parts.
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
Of course. The infighting between the dragons pretty much.
Yep, that checks out. Living under a rock all those years.
Little did he know.
So what do we do now? It can't be.
I guess it's back to business as usual. As long. Actually, All right, here's good. So,
Non è niente di super
it's not anything
importante,
super
volevo
important.
ringraziarti dal profondo del mio cuore.
Your encouragement gave me the courage to investigate the green mushroom, and maybe this sounds weird considering it. Oh, why's that? I never thought my appetite, but it's like you said. If I start to doubt myself in the future, I'll...
Hey, you two! Akata was saying that since a scholar from Sumeru, should we go check it out? Couldn't.
Oh, good point. But if we're
Right, and it's not a quick trip. We have to cross the whole desert.
Good idea. Let's check.
Bene. Raggiungere delle fiamme sacre per cercare aiuto. Da Catherine. Ok. Sbaglio, ho sentito parlare di accademia. Dopo aver ascoltato la vostra storia, Catherine si dirige alla camera e non ho letto niente.
Oh, Catherine's back! And isn't that Tainari?
Word from the speaker's chamber was that an Emerta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area. So they helped me to...
Ovviamente anche il debutore di Tainari non c'è.
You're an expert, so you must know all...
Yeah,
Sì, comunque
the mushrooms
Tainari è
started
un
popping up
esperto
in
di
our orchard
funghi.
not too long ago.
Tainari è un guardaboschi, ma sa tantissime cose sui funghi.
Of course, you're welcome anytime. I wanted to ask though, you
Sotto la voragine.
Whoa, that sounds amazing. We should go see Zamarin one of these days.
Ooh, I'll come. It'll be... I would...
Tracce fungine, missione completata. Bene. Mi auguro che posso fare come minimo una pull. Dice che c'è qualcosa di nuovo qua? Vabbè, non importa. Allora, io non ho altro da dire. Comunque come video è venuto piuttosto corto. Voi direte 50 minuti. Perché sinceramente mi aspettavo di più. No, aspetta, non possiamo neanche fare neanche una pull possiamo fare. Dai, non è possibile. Ah, forse questo quello no. Sì, questo c'è anche Varesa. Vabbè, ragazzi, non ho altro da dire. Spero che il video vi sia piaciuto e niente, ci vediamo al prossimo video. Ciao!